Okay, let's turn epidemic. We'll turn epidemic down just a tad. So how are you all this morning? It's August 22nd. It's Friday. Yes, it is. And we're, sorry, it's taking me a little, I'm late. It's 10:30. Hear that? Yes, it is. I'm only an hour and a half late. It's a technology thing. I'm not challenged. I can do it. I just had a little, I don't know, I couldn't get proper throughput, with my soundboard here. I'm looking at the levels. The microphone is good now, and Epidemic sounds really good. I hope it sounds really good on your end. I always play back these things. Well, to start off with, this is a Simulcast on 3 social networks simultaneously: Facebook Live, Twitter Live, and YouTube Live are covering this broadcast live and in color. Yes, it is. And let's add Jimmy to the old mix here. There he is. I'm over here. You can't exactly see me. Now, if I add me in here, hey, now you can see me a little bit. I know, but I hate, wasting the real estate so I just put it that way. So that way I have more, video space with my iPad. See, I shake the iPad. Doot, doot, doot. There's a little tiny bit of a delay. The signal is going all around here and swirling around. Whoosh, then it goes in the pipe, and then it gets split up into 3 pipes because Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube are covering this live simultaneously here at 10:32 a.m. 8 stories above Chops. In my little den here, I've got my little, my little quarry of information. Let's see if I can find a picture of my. I should be able to find it right up here somewhere, so you can see. I took a picture of my little. Oh, there it is. All right, let's try this one. This one's a good one. Let's go full screen on this one. There you go. So now this is a picture. I took it with my iPhone. Someone asked me, how do we see, when the picture was taken, where the picture was taken? Is there anything? Yes, it is. Common with JPEG files and many files, but JPEGs for sure, and print screens. The image. So I'm looking at my image on the standard Apple. What do you call it? The photo icon. Let's see. How do we show you what that is? I can show you what that is. This right here. You just go to this one right here. Whoops, right here. Okay. You press on that icon. It opens up your photo albums. And in this particular, this is called. You can do the favorites. It should be in favorites. But in case you didn't check the little heart to show it as a favorite, you can just say recently saved, and that should pick up stuff that you haven't quite declared as a favorite yet. Now I'm going to go back to my studio shot here. And I took that on the 19th of August. I see it, so I'm just going to click on the first one there. So you can see there's my soundboard over on the left. I got my little logo thing sitting over there. I've since moved it. Let's put it back over here where it belongs. I moved it to another spot. I'm going to put it back there because I like it right there. Yeah. And fills up a hole. And then we have moving from left to right. So you see my soundboard, and that's where I have the microphone coming through. I have Epidemic Sound coming through on channel 2, and channels 3 and 4 are empty, and then channel 4 let's see. Okay. So you can see what that is. That's my crowd. Yeah, it's really strange. Channel 3 is not used. That I'm reserving for my phone when I have my phone connected using Bluetooth. I can connect my phone into channel 3 on my soundboard here. How about that? I could plug it in. Use a... let's see, how would I... there's no plug for that one. Yeah, you gotta go... Yeah, you gotta go into... right there. Yeah, it's all set for Bluetooth. Uh-huh. Okay. So all those figure out how to use this thing, right? Okay, so, and then you can see the middle piece is the radar of the hurricane Aaron that just passed by. And then on the top, above that, is my MacBook Pro, which is the control center for this entire broadcast. And I can see right in there exactly what you're going to see. And then you can see the microphone with the red band around it. Yeah, that's a Shure SM7B. It's one of the best microphones money can buy. And you see a lot of, all the broadcasters, all the big guys, they have this one, yeah. It's, it's an important piece of equipment, the microphone, because that's what records all the sounds. So you want to make sure that puppy is one of the best, and I think it is one of the best. So there. All right. So on the very left part of your image here is, the live piece. And on the left side, right over there, is the picture of my little studio thingy here. Yep, that's it. Then we'll come back up here. There's today's date, August 22. It's Friday. I make these little placards up every morning so that there's some consistency, so that when I first start the broadcast, I just have this one up here in the middle of the screen. I don't have anything on the right. It's like that. Yep. So and then I'll give you about, 10, 15, 20, 30 seconds of epidemic, just to kind of warm up the streaming. And everybody knows, my broadcast. We're going to add me to the picture. There we go. I'm over here on the right, where I belong. Not a hard right, just right of middle. And we know where the middle is. It's somewhere between this and this. Yeah, it's either here or here. Yeah. Anyway, so there's a big golf tournament. It's called the Tour Championship. It's been running about 6 years. I think this is the 7th year. And the players used to get like a handicap point. 1 stroke, 2 stroke, 3 stroke, depending on how many tournaments you won this season. Because after all, this is the Tour Championship. So, Scotty would start off at -4 under par because he won, 4 or 5. I forget what it was, 4 or 5. He just won last week's, and he won the week before. It was 2. So he's got at least 4 wins this year, maybe 5. His earnings, I did see somewhere, his earnings are slightly over $23 million in prize money. Because if you get second place or third place, that could be 900,000, 800,000, depending on whether you're second, third, fourth, or fifth. He's been as low as 8th, I think, and he's won, I think, 4 of them, at least 4. So when you add it all up, it's 23 million and change. Yeah, we just rounded down to 23 million, or we just say over 23 million, and then use your imagination. I think it's like 23 million 3 or 2 or 3, something like that. I don't think it's 23 million 7 or 8 or 9, because then I would have rounded up to 30 million. So anyway, here's the Tour Championship prize situation. It's a $40 million purse. Like in a boxing, you got the purse. Well, you got $40 million in the purse, in cash. Yeah. Now I imagine they write checks, cashier's checks, first place, second place, third place, and who gets it is left blank until the tournament is completed and the official results are as they are. So I got the first 8 places shown here. This 30-man tournament. They play 4 rounds, as usual. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yesterday, Scotty Scheffler, which is one of my favorite guys, and he wins a lot. He's a nice gentleman, You got to pick somebody. They're all nice. Some are nicer than others. Scotty's a fine gentleman. He carries his little 2-year-old over under the 18th green as they're walking around and shaking hands, and as he won the tournament last week and picked up a check for $3.6 million, I think it was. Now, when you add up all the results, I did a little guesstimating, okay? So if he won, well, here, let's just look at this one. The first place prize is $10 million. Look at those numbers. Woo! They're huge. $10 million, huh? Well, he's got to pay his caddy, and it's usually like 15%. So that's $1.5 million. That leaves him. All right, let's get our trusty calculator out here. We might as well just do the math right here in front of everybody. Who is that?
It's 10:45.
Yeah, we're going to continue without. We just lost Twitter. Well, 15 minutes into the show, and we lost Twitter. All right. It's hard to tell why that happens. The internet signal is good. Let me do a fast test. There we go. We're connected to the internet. Yes, we are. And now my test is going. And you have 300. Do I hear 370? 365? You can't see it. I don't believe. It's right in the middle of my screen, but it's not being broadcast because it's not coming through on the. I haven't really figured out how to put it through so you could see it. Anyway, it's we got 55 million bits upload. I need 10, so it's 5 times more than I need. So I shouldn't be, losing connectivity with these guys. But yeah, apparently they have issues. Anyway, we're in good shape on this end. All we can do is be a content creator and shove it into the 3 pipes and see what happens. I call the social networks like pipes. You feed them information because you're streaming it to them. So, you have the river and the stream and the pipe and the drainage. And anyway, I think of it as like hoses. So we have a 55 million bit per second hose, and I only need bits, and they go into Never Never Land. They go into the mix. There's my little logo down there. Yep. So, 1, 2, 3. Yep, you can hear me, but I can't hear you. And if I turn, there you go. When I cough or sneeze, I just push the button or slide the lever up and down. Either way. All right, so we're doing our math on Scotty. Let's just assume Scotty's going to win this $10 million tournament. What does Scotty get out of it? All right, well, we got 10 million. Let's put that in there first. Whoops. Excuse me, 10 million. That's $1 million. That's 10 million. No, that's 100 million. There's 10. What the heck is going on? That is 10 million right there. Okay, so the caddy gets 15%. So we're going to multiply this times 0.85 because that's what Scotty gets. If the caddy gets 10, so now Scotty's got 808,500,000 left over. How about that for a caddy? Walks away with $1.5 million. I don't know what his arrangement is with the professional golfer, Scotty Scheffler. It's his caddy. He's had him a long time, and he relies on his advice, and the caddy, he has to know everything that's going on. So he's a valuable guy on the team. All right, so now you got 8,500,000 left over. So Uncle Sam is going to get, he's got to write a check for about 25% of that. So times 0.75, that leaves him $6,375,000. Now he's got to pay his entourage a certain amount of money and all that. Well, let's just say all that entourage stuff is, he's got to pay for the hotels. You got to pay for the private jet to get to the tournament. These guys don't usually fly in on, if there's room on a private jet, he'll buy everybody's ticket. Otherwise, he can, some of the entourage could fly commercial to get to the destination. My guess is, I actually don't know, but, you got Scotty, his wife, a kid, a nurse helper that, the wife is hired to watch after the children. I think he's got one. I think it's just one. That's 2 years old now. So when you're flying into a tournament, let's just say that you pile them all in the private jet, and they get paid, for being in the tournament. It's they get there on Wednesday, so you got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They get 1 5-day week, and this is like per tournament. So you got 2 days off, and you got 5 days you got to work. And so let's just say that, paying them for what they do, and then you have you got to pay for the hotel, you got to pay for the private jet. If they fly commercial, you're going to have to buy the tickets, whatever. So, he's got his team, and there's like 3 or 4 other people. You got the swing coach, you got the driving coach, you got the, whatever. There's like 2 or 3 people that are on his team, including his caddy. Anyway, so let's just say you pay them, and you pay for the hotels, you pay for the limousine service, depending on how many. You need 2 cars to get you and all your junk, over to the hotel somewhere near the golf course. And so let's just say that's $375,000. So minus 375,000 equals. So out of that $10 million check, he only gets, about 60% of it. By the time you give everybody their little cut, 600. That's it. Now, the caddy might get, his 15% of the, after he pays the tax of 25%. 25% of 10 million is 2 million. So now you're down to 8 million net after tax, federal tax. He lives in Texas, so there is no state tax. There's no state income tax. They have real estate taxes, but no state income tax. Yeah, so that's how that works. Anyway, so I have $10 million, can you imagine? He gets 6, and he has to hand out that other $4 million to his entourage, his caddy, and Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam flies along on the private jet. Don't forget Uncle Sam. Yeah. The nickname for the U.S. government. He's made $23 million already, so you would add this to continue without Facebook. What the hell's going on here? All right, we lost Facebook and we lost Twitter. Who do we have left? YouTube, or did we just lose? I don't know. Let's see. Can I tell who's still in the show? I don't know. It's just so out of 3 social networks, we've got 2 dropped out because of connectivity, and we're carrying on. Yep, because they're being like the player that's left, who would be yeah. So Scotty made 23 million already. If he wins this one, it'd be 33 million. He tees off. He's already teed off. He's playing. Yeah, Scheffler and Henley. Let's bring this over here. Can I do ESPN on this? ESPN. There's an app. There it is. Let's see if I can show you on here. All right, so we want that's not what I was expecting. I want to see. Let's just go up here to right here, golf. Golf. There's golf. And here's the leaderboard. Let's press one of those. There we go. That's the whole leaderboard right there. This is what I got on my phone. So we'll just look at it since it's sitting right there. Henley got his birdie, so he's minus 10. This should update dynamically. There it is. Russell Henley, he got a birdie on the first hole. And Scheffler, how did he do? Scheffler, he got a par on the first hole. I can click his name. There you go. So in the first hole, he got a par. The other guy got a birdie. So now the other guy's ahead of him by 3. Well, what are they going to do? Yeah. That's what's going on there. He got 7 birdies yesterday. And I don't think he birdied the first hole yesterday either. He got 7 birdies total. He got 3 birdies on the front 9. That means hole 1 through 9. Holes 1 through 9. And he got 4 birdies in this, from holes 10 through 18. They go up the front 9 and the back 9. Yeah. Played a lot of golf as a young whippersnapper. Today, I don't play golf anymore. I watch golf on TV. I would have to go to the driving range and, hit balls for a couple of months to get your muscles and everything working. I haven't played golf in, a few years, so I have clubs. I know how to play golf. I know how to swing, But I'd have to go to the driving range, they call it, where you just hit balls, off, rubber tees, where the ball is elevated above a mat, like a half inch. Yeah. And you practice hitting the ball. You're not playing on turf. It's a practice tee, they call it. And you start swinging with a
It's 11 o'clock.
7-iron. And you'll swing for, about 10 minutes with the 7-iron. Then you go a little longer to the clubs have different lengths. The distance between the grip and the head of the club, is a couple of inches of length that are added as you count down towards, the lowest number iron. So if you start with the 7-iron, then you go to the 5-iron, then you go, to the 3-iron. That's your longest iron in my book, a 3-iron. Well, otherwise you hit your 5-wood. I have a 5-wood. I probably have the equivalent of a 5-wood, 4-wood, 3-wood, and the driver, the big boy. So, that's what I'd have to warm up with if it was me. But these guys, they don't play together that much. Russell Henley just got another birdie today. Through hole number 1. Anyway, so this is how you keep track of the score. This is a free app. They're playing in East Lake Golf Course in Hotlanta. Temperature in Hotlanta is 73 degrees. Temperature outside my apartment is 96 degrees. 96.3. I think I'll stay inside. My studio temperature is 68.4 degrees. That's a little chilly. Yeah. And a 45% relative humidity. Yeah. So now they march off into the second hole. And it's tough. You're going to win one of these, you got to put four tournaments together. Now, someone should do a study that, I've seen Scotty this year be, down, he's come back from being 5 or 8 points below the best play. So, let's just say if, like Scheffler got there you go. Oops. So at the very top of the list. Let's see. Yeah, right below the ticker tape. Cameron Young. This is a live scoreboard. We'll we'll stop. We'll take a look at that before we go. So we determined, as Scotty's unofficial accountant, I've never met the man actually. I just make this stuff up. Someone's got to figure it out. So I figure out it's $10 million if he wins $10 million. This is how he would pay it out to his entourage, his coaches. You know, I call it the whole package of people that show up with him. That's his entourage. It could be Uncle Louie. It could be Uncle Sam. Yeah, Uncle Sam may fly to Atlanta, come out after everybody that won the match. They give him an orange band. Sure glad I have epidemic sound coming in when I take a little break here, you know, and have a little sip of my coffee. That's what this is. You know, you sit around, we're having coffee together. I got mine in this 20 ounce, it says Boo on it. I got the Boo cup. This is the Halloween thingy. It's stainless steel, double-walled, vacuum. So you can put really hot stuff in here or really cold stuff, and it'll stay hot or cold, depending on what it is. I put a black rubber band around it, just so in case, you know, your hands are a little slippery, they're wet or whatever reason, you grab onto this in the middle of the cup, you're going to get your hand on some of this rubber material, rubbery material. I don't know what it actually is. Some kind of foamed up polymer. I don't think it's made with the rubber tree. It could be. I think I remember it was a different group of people. Anyway. So, this is Friday. This is the second round of the Tour Championship. Yep. I hit the E right there, and there it is. And, so hopefully Scotty can get with the program. According to this, they finished the second hole. Hanley. enough on that topic. Let's go to my photo album. Anyway, 10 million. So if you win by one putt, let's just say one putt, or the other guy couldn't keep up with whoever's opposite, if they're both neck and neck and just one stroke one way or the other makes you the winner or second place. Well, it goes from first place to second place. That would be a $5 million putt. Talk about your knees knocking. You make the putt, you get 10 million. You miss the putt, you get 5 million. I mean, that's what it comes to. It's a matter of who's got the best strokes, when the match is all over. August 25, yeah. I just banged my cup, smash into the soundboard. Yeah. Okay. Excuse me. So I was writing an article, a big streaming, you stream. Someone asked a question. There we go. So we were talking about robotics and so forth. And see this guy holding up? He's holding up a whole little board chip. So it's mounted on something, and that it gets connected to the big motherboard with a direct shot right into the processor. So this is I know that Elon Musk has asked for over 1 million of these high-powered CPUs. Everything's on that chip, and you know. Part of your artificial intelligence is made up of two basic components. The one half of the value of your company and the value of the airplane that you're using. Yeah. I have nothing in my files that would lead me to believe that it's anybody's tournament. Anybody can win this. Yep. I sent some of this stuff over to Daniel. He now realizes, the difference between, first place, second place, and third. Look at that. $10 million, $5 million. If you're 2 strokes down, you go from 10 million to 3,000,007. That's what Scotty picked up last week. If he wins this week, he can put in, a big chunk of it into his savings account. We'll call it streaming savings. So if you get 4th place rather than 1st place, you're 3,000,002. That's 6,000,008. Oof, what a predicament. Sounds good. Okay. I'm back. I never went anywhere. I just spilled my coffee all over everything. Fortunately, I have a paper towel right here, folded up in the perfect way to mop up my coffee. All right, that's done. Next. Need to move the coffee over there instead of here. This is right in the way of all the soundboard stuff. My Rodecaster Pro. With a Shure microphone, the SB7. Let's see if I can find it. Bingo. Cancel. I don't know what's going on there. Doing some bank business. But we don't need to. I'm assisting a consultant getting one of my favorite clients a $2.6 million loan on some property in Titusville. Yep. $2.6 million. Bank's out in about 10 days. They haven't said no yet. That's what you go through all the process. And how long do I have to go before I start getting a no? Yeah. Well, we'll find out. Yeah, I just keep myself right here. Yep, keep that baby right under there. All right, I'm looking for the SB7. It should stand out like a sore thumb. You mean to tell me I don't know? Well, I have the one picture of it. Let's see. Let's take a look at these three. Okay, let's take this one. I'm going to duplicate it. Oops, that's not the right button. It's one of these. Duplicate. All right, we'll see where it went. It went right next door to this. Nope, so maybe it went to the front of the line. There it is. And I'm going to duplicate it again. Okay. Just so we have a couple of these. There we go. Now I got two of them right here. Oops, that's random. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to crop it further. I'm going to make it a square one. So I touch that and I touch square. And we're going to zero in on the microphone. So we basically have a full screen on the microphone. That's it. And we're going to go here adjust. And we're going to brighten up. We got shadows. We're going to let's redo this. Brighten that up just a little bit. Contrast. We're going to make it a little less contrasty so you can see the microphone better. There we go. Let's look at color. If we can adjust the color. It really is not. The hurricane's not hurting it. We'll just leave it that way. Okay, so that's one thing. Then we're going to go over here to the Amazon site. And find here we go. So that's a full. That's how it looks like. That's how it looks out of the box.
It's 11:45.
It's 11:45. Okay. Anyway, this is the image I was looking for. So we're going to do a print screen of this right here like that. All right, now this is an image. That's our image. See, that other image was the one that is on the web. It's on the Shure webpage. So now we'll just do that. Save the photos. Okay. Got a little ahead of myself. So now we're going to go to the photo album. And come back here. There we go. Recently saved. Now I'm going to crop this again. Crop. We're going to make it square. Going to get rid of that blue. It looks properly centered. There we go. Done. Let's go here. That's good. Done. So that's in living color in my own little studio here. And there's a picture right from Shure. Digital noise makes that foam, it looks a little rough. It's actually pretty smooth like this. Yeah, it's pretty smooth. That's the foam. You can see Shure right there. Okay. That's the microphone. And it's SB. Let's go back to this right here. We'll pick up. didn't know Shure made headphones. In the shop now. I don't know. Anyway, that's a similar shot right there. That would be, that's it right there. Whoops, sorry. Sorry. Oh, that's the picture, yeah. All right, we're going to save it. Save it to photos. Shop now. As soon as you do that, it throws you back to Amazon. That's interesting. We know we're going to get rid of the balloons, so I might as well do it right now. There you go. Come back up here to save photos. Right here. There you go. There it is. Make it square. There we go, square. We're going to do square. I think we're not going to do square. So that's his computer screen right there. You're watching me digitally edit. A little digital edit here. Let's see what's going on. That microphone should be gray, not tan. So I'm doing the color balance here a little bit. Same thing with this. Get rid of that. I think we got it. Much better. Okay, make it. These switches underneath the bottom part here, you can limit the low frequency. How low can you go? It actually lowers it to clip it so that you don't get the deep low. And that's one switch. And then the other switch makes the middle frequencies, like from 200 to like 6,000, that part of the spectrum, it increases it equalizes that part of the, turns up the equalization, the frequencies from like 200 cycles to about 8,000 cycles a second. Turns that up a couple of decibels. Instead of the curve being flat. So we're dealing with flat with my microphone here, which is this one. He's got a couple of little extra loops of. You shouldn't have extra loops and loop it around like that. That could create some hum. Yeah, you just want that as a straight line, going along this thing here. Tie it. Use ties to connect it to the. See the. Apparently, that's where it goes inside the tube. Well, they should feed that cable into the tube. Pull it from the other end. Maybe they couldn't, but so this is the XLR output. You just plug it in there, and you're ready to go. I have an N-line amplifier from Dynamite, SE Enterprises, the Dynamite N-line amplifier. We should go there. I think they. That's it right there. You just plug that baby right in. You plug that right in between the microphone and your connection into your sound system. I would not add it to the microphone because it makes this too long, and you put a strain on the connection. We'll do another one of these print screens. We used to get rid of all the white. There we go. Save the photos. It's like magic. This is assuming the soundboard that you're plugging into has phantom power. This is the way I have it connected. This type of, let's get the square image of that. Save the photos. See what I got. There we go. And this one right here. First thing I'm going to do is make it square. And then we're going to rotate it. There we go. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Magical. Whoops. No, we don't want that. Let's, the shadow. Whoops, I don't want to fuck with that either. Just leave it at 0. Brighten that up a little bit, right like that. Yeah. Bingo. That's it. Dynamite. $100. $100, $90, $80, something like that. Yeah. And then you're good to go. We're doing a little digital editing right here in front of you. And there's how you plug it in. Turn the black up. Make those cables a little blacker. Turn the color up. Make that red a little redder. There we go. Come up, back up to contrast. Contrast. See if we can rotate this a little bit. Just to, never mind. We won't do that. Put it back to 0. There we go. Perfect. That's a cutaway, so you can see the micro circuit board in there. That's it. Clean up on aisle 7. We want to get rid of this green thing because it's ugly. Oh, no. That's like magic. Yeah. SM7B. That is it right there. Oh, Jesus. Turn this back down. That's it. Perfect. When you got the white on like that, it's really, oof. This is so much nicer to watch, to see. That gives you an image of somebody. That's it. So you put that, use that with that. So you figure $500 and you're in, like Flynn. 400 plus 100. Yeah. There's that's our picture of Jimmy, the guy you're talking to right now, a long time ago. This is a Burroughs computer installation we had in our office about today. That's a couple $1 million item. Yep. And there's more computing power in my telephone, my iPhone. It's in this huge cabinet right here. I mean, it's unbelievable. What's happened with electronics. There's a little stack of cards. You have these. Each card is a line of code on that spreadsheet that printed on that page. And I'm working on the reports. Trying to get, so you print it out. I was working on getting all the employees. We had employees in 5 different states, about 1,000 employees spread out in 5 states.
It's 12:15.
Yep, see, Burroughs, it's hard to read the word. It's a Burroughs. See, the Burroughs is the name tag up on this little sucker too. It's a big cabinet. It's like a really big refrigerator. And the truth is, as an operator, I was a programmer in a sense. I was a systems designer and programmer. I wore a lot of hats, but that's what I was doing. When I go into this room, this is what I was doing. And I was the only one allowed in this room. Except for the Burroughs people, if there was something that wasn't working right. Notice the white shoes. Very preppy. The shirt. I was living high off the hog, as they say back then. Yes, sirree. see some junk under the desk. This picture, it's the same picture. It's just this is the best one. Yeah. We can pull up the exit data. Remember that? You just put your finger in the middle of the picture and pull up a little bit. And what do we get? Jim Wilson with the B2700, 1973. There you go. Elon Musk. Guess who that is? I am an illegal immigrant. Will you deport me? Well, we need to find your parents. And the answer is then yes. If you're illegal, they're illegal. Donald Trump is now sending immigrants into a prison where they can be eaten by alligators if they escape. Well, don't escape. You know, you jump the fence, you're gonna be lunch. Is this what you voted for? This is exactly what we voted for. People are, yeah, let's feed the world. You know, they don't understand that we don't have a, they want to get the chandelier in the stupid picture. Well, guess what? Let's see if we can get, let's see, oh no, we had a bounce anyway. Whoops. We need to touch that, and need to touch free form. And, oh, that's a carpet on the floor. I was wondering what the hell is that down there. So we're gonna balance that up a little bit. There we go. So now we got it square that way. Now we need to square it up this way. There we go. Much better. That's our Supreme Court right there. The guy in the middle is the Chief Justice. And the rest of them are Associate Justices of the Supreme Court. A lifetime sentence. Not a sentence, lifetime tenure. Which means you can stay there as long as you want. You know, as a lawyer, you got to do something. I guess, you know, when you want to go fishing and you don't want to do this anymore, then you just retire and don't do anything. Let's see if there's a. Let's put a. 101st Avenue, the Supreme Court. Oh, sorry. Gosh, wham. There we go. Now we have that location for that photo. United States Supreme Court. There you go. They want me to name them all. Because they see all the faces. Anyway, this is the match we're watching. Can we take a look? ESPN. Let's see how everyone's doing. This is always a scary thing to look at, right? Russell Hanley is -7. He's playing -1 under par today. Where's, oh God. There he is. He's not. He's 1 under for today. So he's overall -8. He's 2 behind. Look at that. There's Tommy Fleetwood is -9 through 7 holes. That's the latest results. Pretty neat how you can go. It updates the panel as people see the scores on round 2. That column there, it says R2. So there's some people that have already finished. Shane Lowry is at a 63 today. Chris Gutterup got a 63 today. Bradley Keegan got a 64 today. Maverick McNeely, 64. Harry Hall, 65. 67, 68, 65. Okay. So, they started teeing off at, like 7:45 this morning. There's only 30 of them. The top 30 players for the season. They had like FedEx points or something. That's what those points are for, to get you into this match. Because if you win it, you get $10 million. It's a $40 million purse. It's the biggest purse of all the championships. It's the biggest. Played in it, Atlanta, Georgia. I think the course, let's see if we can see. The East Lakes Golf Club. It doesn't say. It was created like in 1909 or something. So it's over a 100-year golf course, I think. $40 million purse. Previously won by Scotty Scheffler. Can he win it this time and win it 2 times in a row? Whew, boy. Well, he was in second place after the first round. You can see Scheffler, he had a 63. The only guy that was better than him was Russell Henley. I don't know, he's doing well. He's so far he's 1 under for the day, as is Scheffler. Yep, they're playing together. So there's just a bunch of other -8s that crept up in there. That are a couple. There's several. You see F in the column. Shane Lowry, Chris got up. So they're finished. They turned in their scorecard, but they haven't officially accepted the scorecard yet. So, well, they got a 65 over here. So they're finished. They haven't updated the column. They'll put the 64 in there, and the 64, the people that have finished. Some of these people are ahead of them. Anyway, so Scotty Scheffler's tied for 3rd. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people tied for 3rd with Scotty at -8. But he's only 2 behind the leader. And that's a scary place to be if you're the leader, when you got Scotty Scheffler behind you and you're only 2 strokes ahead of him, you better step up your game, because Scheffler gets better as the week goes on. At least he has been this whole year. He could be way down the list, and every day he climbs up. It's a scary thing if you're got Scotty Scheffler in your tracking you. Okay, that's the 30. Fits all 30 on the one screen. All right, well, we'll come back to that. What is this? How long have we been going here? We just crossed the 2-hour mark. All right, you're probably tired of hearing me talk. Whew. Give me a microphone, I can talk forever. Let's take one more look at the hurricane, which will go right here. So they had the course with this little loop-a-doop, except it got a lot closer to Florida than they forecasted. It was, within a couple 100 miles. And when you got a storm that's 600 miles big, I mean, whew, that's a big one. And when it was coming our way, it was a category 3, 4. If it had moved over here where the waters are really hot, that it got back up to it, that would have been a category 4 storm probably. It ripped up all the landscaping. So we're checking out. That one's going bye-bye, along with all that. So now we're going to come back down here, because we got something cooking right here. Let's see if there's any cyclonic rotation. The counterclockwise rotation. Let's look at those wind patterns. I'm looking at it very carefully. And it's going to touch the X, and we're going to get a statement out of it. There we go. So they're calling this Invest AL90. They say it has a 90% chance of tropical storm formation over the next 7 days. Oops. There's the X right there. All right. Near the Leeward Islands, showers, thunderstorms, tropical wave, and likely to form this weekend. So that's tomorrow and Sunday. While it moves northwestward and then northward. So the question is, it may just follow the same track as this guy. I don't see the I'll have to keep cooking for a while. So let's come back out here. What's going on here? Well, they got this little guy. 50% chance of formation. It's a tropical depression right now. It'll move through a less conductive environment on Saturday. Could reach a slightly more favorable environment again later in the weekend. Okay. Moving about 15 miles an hour. All right. No, there's one over here. pop out of the west coast of Africa. It's like they got a hurricane soup coming off the... Oh, lordy. Let's see here. I'm looking for cyclonic rotation. I saw some earlier this morning. I don't see it now. I don't see it here either. This is a big mess right there. But as it moves over, it gets organized. All right, so we're done with that radar screen. Let's try. Let's see what this one delivers. Whoa, Jesus. Different hurricanes. Let's try the hurricane app. See what they got. We're watching. Are they watching for anything else? Yeah, they got these guys. This is all the disturbances. Whoops. Get out of here. You got Aaron. That's moving. Bye-bye. And then we got something here, 80% chance. There's a two something, and there's 40% chances. And you got this guy over here. Two-day graphical tropical weather outlook. All right. We'll do a print screen on that. You can see Africa over there. I'll leave that in there. Save the photos. Okay. Satellite. Sit this button. The infrared is the one that makes it obvious. Because it's got wow. was wondering if it was a video or not. It's not a video, but it shows you what's going on out there. And this is NOAA picking up that, reading that information off the satellites. And those are their markings. Yep, dynamite. All right, we're going to dynamite into the kitchen and make some pasta because Jimmy's hungry. So we have to say goodnight. Good night, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are. That was Jimmy Durante's wife. Good night, Mrs. Calabash. Anyway, we wish you have a good day. Hope you're ready to have a nice lunch or finished your lunch, or you joined me for lunch. Either case, see you tomorrow. Hopefully closer to 9 o'clock. Bye-bye.